There we go. Hello, everybody. We are live.
Hello, how's it going?
In the first ever Pocket, we do it live.
We do it live.
We're going to do a Jupuary feedback review. Maybe you noticed there's a vote going on right now around the Jupuary potential airdrop that's out there. Few kind of critical things around the proposal. We just wanted to hit and make sure that everyone's on the same page about what this proposal is and what's going to happen from there. And then we have like literally, 1,000 pieces of feedback potentially to go through. Meow, anyone who has voted or is about to vote can leave feedback on vote.jup.ag. And so we're just going to say, fuck it. We'll just look through it, kind of respond to see what people are saying. Little spoiler alert, opinion is mixed. People definitely have very strong opinions on both sides, which is good as well.
Very
we like
and the really great thing about this, right? And the really great thing about this is that like it's actually live people, right? It's like real voters, like real people who stick and voted and get feedback. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's great.
Let's go. Jam to everybody out there in the Jupaverse. What I'm going to do first is pull up. I have a second screen over here, so this is a little bit of a fuck it, we do it live. So I don't have my normal like 3 cameras set up where I can just like switch between and be super professional. But what we're going to look at here is the proposal. Why don't we just spend 2 minutes going through the proposal? Just I'm sure most people watch this.
Just show live vote.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to find the link now. Where did the fucking link go? There we go. I got it. Don't worry. I got it locked under control. Okay, cool. So let's add this to the screen. Boom. All right. So over here on jup.ag, you can see this here. Look at this. Look how much feedback is in here, folks. I'm just scrolling through. Look at all this. The people, they have opinions. Which is what we want to see, actually. This is very, very good. I mean, it's going to take us a while to go through. So I think what we can do is just kind of scroll through and things that catch our attention. Meow. We can just kind of talk about them and take those in. What do you say?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let me write a big quick tweet on this and stuff and go from there. Can you scroll a bit? Can you scroll up?
Scroll up. This is the top.
Yep. And then I need to let's just go now. It's actually just live feedback. Dude, can you switch to live feedback? There's live feedback.
This is the live feedback.
No, it's all comments. That's the live feedback. Yeah, there's live one. Yeah.
What? Where's the live one?
Was that? No. There's 2 links. There's a live one and all comments. There's the top 100. There's the newest 100 comments and the live one. 1 second. Send you.
Wait, resend me the link. As you can tell, folks, we are doing this live right now. This tech is all built out in the last hour. Can somebody just send me the link in the group on WhatsApp and then I'll pull it up.
Actually, I'll also need to tweet it as well, so you can see like
I have to say I love the multilingual feedback coming in as well. I don't know what this says, but I appreciate the comment nonetheless. Okay, great. So this is the live feedback. There we go. Yeah, I think this is the one I was on. But I don't know. Does this go back? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I see. So this auto updates as people put in the feedback. Got it.
So there's one feedback and there's one user feedback.
Okay. Cool. Payday says I'm more pumped for this outcome than I was for the U.S. election. This is basically like CNN's like 24-hour broadcast. We're like, okay, the votes are coming in, folks. Let's take a look at the big map. This is our big map of some of the feedback that's coming in.
No, it's live poll. It's live poll, man. It's live poll.
Even better, folks. All right. So what do we have? Why don't we scroll down a little bit just so we can catch some of the old, and then we'll see more stuff that's coming in here. I'll just go to the bottom here. All right. So as the feedback comes in on Jupuary, remember this one needs a 70% yes threshold in order to pass. So we're not looking at a simple majority here to ensure that the community is aligned on what is, in my opinion, the most critical vote from the Jupiter DAOs so far. Want to make sure that there's a kind of consensus, or if not consensus, then at least a super majority of people agreeing with it. So let's just kind of go through.
One thing that's really important to understand here, right, is that like we actually spent a long time getting to this point, right? It's like, can you imagine doing this vote earlier in the cycle? Not possible, right?
Couldn't work.
It took a lot of time and effort and like process, right, from the entire community to get to the point that you can even do this,
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And somebody said, vote yes or no, vote your conscience. Why Meow doesn't meow hard. Okay, let's start to look at some of the feedback here. Let's see. Okay, this is actually going to be tricky because it keeps live refreshing. Let's look at this one.
No, let's go to the live one. Let's go to the all page. Go to the all page.
This
The
is
live
the
one.
live.
Yeah, I
This
know,
is
right?
live.
Yeah. Okay, but that's okay, fine. But that's the all one too.
Okay. A lot of feedback coming in, is what I'm trying to say here. Let's take a look at this one. Hope there will be solid Sybil detection mechanisms in place. Even though I voted yes, I would have loved some sort of lockup or claim taxation for new users who represent the, quote, biggest risk for Jupe price-wise. And I wish there'd be a bonus for stakers, somebody said. Well, see, this is the problem with all the live feedback. As most of us have been staking since the first Jupuary. What do you make of this comment, Meow?
1 second, I'm tweeting something on.
Okay, I will respond to it in the meantime. Let me say that I know that the team is already working on some of the Sybil detection mechanisms, so there's definitely going to be a very intense effort to make sure that farmers are not included. We're trying to optimize for real humans. So there's definitely a lot of work and a lot of investment of time and mental energy that's going into this. I can assure you of that right now. Can't tell you exactly what it is, because then the Sybil farmers would know exactly what to avoid, right? So it necessarily has to be obfuscated a little bit here. Go ahead, Meow.
So one thing real quick is I think Mudu commented, "What are you comfortable with?" Right? That's actually a very, very important statement. We frame this very carefully, by the way. Like, what are you comfortable with, right? Because I strongly actually believe that like everything's about emotions, right? And I think I want to really make this about like what do you feel, you know what I'm saying, versus like kind of like approval thing, right? I think it's actually very important. I really want everyone to be comfortable with this, right? And we'll work to make people comfortable. That is actually the main thing they're working on. Yeah. And you had this another thing that you were talking about. Yeah. And as mentioned, I think this vote is going to be as inclusive as possible, right? Right. And then and of course, if it doesn't vote, if this vote doesn't pass, right, then we'll go back to the drawing board, right? And kind of propose something, that I think is good, Yeah.
Yeah, just seeing that feedback starting to come in. Let's do it like this. I'm mostly comfortable with the proposal. The only thing, better to be partial vesting, somebody says. Somebody else said, big yes. Jupiter has been such a great community for sure. If the vote goes through, it won't hurt the price. I think even more users will stake their tokens and also attract new members, making this community even better. But then on the other hand, somebody said, need to have a lock period and stakers need to be prioritized. Don't give all the supply to farmers and to whales.
So here's the thing. Right? I think I'm actually very one thing that I'm actually very I feel like there's actually a really, really big debate about ASR and about like why ASR there's lock and there's no lock here, right? I think the most overwhelming reason for me, right? And by the way, I'm also open to I'm actually open to other ways other than locking, right? Right? So I'm also open to it. I'm thinking really hard about it after reading all the feedback, and but I think I have to let this vote go first, right? Cash. Does that make sense?
Correct.
You and me talked about this, right? We were like, okay, hey, do we want to adjust this vote now or later, right? And I think it's actually really important to let this vote happen, in a simple way, right? I feel like it's actually really, really important. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's really important.
I think it's the only way, here's the hard thing for anybody who's kind of watching along from the sidelines here. As you might imagine, a lot of strong emotions, a lot of noise out there. But if there's not an actual vote, it's hard to tell, okay, what is just a loud vote versus what is actually the community opinion, right?
Yes, actually, yes.
And so that's why I think this is so useful. And this is, pull back the curtain a little bit. Me and Meow had a little bit of a beef going on for a bit because he was very intent in the initial proposal or in the initial Jupe You and Me essay to include language of, hey, this is just the first in a series of proposals. If this one doesn't pass, that's fine. We'll get something else to come. And I've come around to see the real wisdom of that. And that this is going to be like an iterative kind of co-creation process with the community. This is too big of a decision, quite frankly, to just be made behind closed doors, one shot, and nothing else happens. Instead, having more people in here with clarity of communication around why is it happening this way, and the community clarity of communication from the community itself to say, this is why we don't like it, and this is specifically what we should change. And that's some of the best feedback that I'm seeing here is people saying, I think the drop can happen, it should be vested. A lot of people are very specific on why they're voting no, which helps in case this vote does fail, which remember, if it doesn't get at least 70% comfortable, it will fail, to make sure that the next proposal...
It's not pass.
Not
it's
pass.
different. Yeah. I feel like I feel like people take it very seriously, right? That's not pass, right? And reiterate, right? Reiterate. Yeah, I'm actually very confident. I'm actually very confident that we'll get to something, right? Yeah. But you see, it's actually very difficult, right? If we just push without if we just actually push without like this process, right? I feel like this process is actually very important. Yeah.
A classic saying, steel sharpens steel. It's like by having people put out their opinions and like kind of debating in public in good faith, you get to the best possible resolution. And I think that's what we're seeing kind of in real time right here.
So one thing I want to address directly, right, is that we about the fact that in the beginning there was airdrops allocated, right? I want to address that very carefully. Okay, now we actually allocated it. Okay, now however, this is such a big decision, right? That we have to do it in a way, right, that affects that interests the user, the voters. We have to, we really have to. You know what I'm saying, right? And again, I may be reckoning something, right? I really want Jupiter to happen. I want it to happen. Okay, I think that it's a really important ritual, right? But guys, I mean, by the way, if I do this unilaterally, right, I don't think it's gonna be good, right? Now, guys, what is the point of having an airdrop that's worth zero? Right? Which is what happens, if we just do it unilaterally, because the lifeblood of Jupe is a community, right? Right? We have to do this process. We have to do this process. Yeah.
Somebody said we need a massive shift. Small changes won't cut it. Just to clarify this here, the proposal as it's being voted on right now is not going to change. We're going to finish out the voting period, see who's comfortable, see who's not comfortable, and then take it from there. So whatever the current state of the voting is, we're going to let the full 3 days or however long it is, or I should say the team is going to let the full 3 days go first.
We have to let it. We have to let it.
Yeah, one way or the other. So nothing is going to change over the course of the next 3 days, but the feedback is being taken in case a change is needed into the future.
The feedback, the feedback is actually from if you go vote, right? If you go vote, and there's actually a form after voting. There's a form you sign with your key, right? This will make sure that only verified voters actually get to vote, get to give feedback. Yeah.
Yes, after the last Jupuary, we had a 400% price surge. That's not everything. New people get their fair share. Could and would participate in the DAO. Can I say something from a personal perspective here? There's a lot of talk about the price, understandably so. A lot of people, the token is a meaningful kind of like alignment mechanism. I encourage everybody to also think about like what this means for the long-term growth, right? So like when you're thinking about whether it's price or Jupiter or as a community or anything else, you want to be thinking in the long term. I think that's like the advantage that Jupiter has. They've been building for years already. It's not like smash and grab, let's just get as much cash as we can in a 10-second period, right? So thinking about the long term is really essential here. Molu says this vote is a massively decentralizing force. Indeed, the goal of the proposal right now: decentralize, accelerate, unify. All three of those, if Jupuary is done well, are the kind of outcomes that we'll get.
So actually, one thing is actually really important here, right? Is that it's like, guys, we have to do this together. Okay, we have to do this together. Okay, that's actually really important. I mean, I keep saying that, but if we do this unilaterally, right, it is really going to deviate. But by the way, guys, okay, put this way, right? Every protocol have unlocks. Done. That's it, right? But we choose to do it, but most protocols do it by decentralizing by dumping. Okay, then they give that to most insiders, and insiders dump, right? And then they have to decentralize. Okay, we have this CEF, right? Community it first. Okay, our principle is community it first. Okay. We actually want to make sure that before a team gets a single token, right, there's enough liquidity, for the community first. Make sense? So that way is truly decentralized, because we don't like fake decentralization, right? We like the fact that we really try to structure the vote, right? Structure the idea, right? Now, to actually get engagement, right, and actually get the community involved. I mean, like, put it, how many governance token do you know actually have any governance, right? Like nothing, okay?
Very true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of governance tokens out there with, billions of dollars in value and low single digits of actual proposals coming through. And the proposals themselves are somewhat kind of meaningless. So yeah, it is definitely fun to see an experiment in governance where there's real power allocated to the governance, as we're seeing right now, right? 700 million tokens per Jupuary, 1.4 billion tokens in total, just in this proposal. I voted yes, so Meow doesn't have to write another essay. Vote for health. Let's see what else is coming through here. Voted yes. I think we should do lock investing for at least 30 days for anticipating high selling pressure.
So here's the thing, right? It's like if we do lock investing, right, for more than 30 days stuff, it just delays this. And so if someone wants to sell, right, they will sell anyway. This is actually a little bit different with ASR. ASR is like someone voluntarily staked, right? Over here is that we are giving to them and stuff. So there's no like how to put it, the genesis is not sticking. The genesis is like a drop. Yeah, I mean, but I understand why ASR voters and stuff, they feel like they feel it might be unfair. But I sincerely want to say, right, like that is the reason why you get to vote. Okay, the reason, like the first cut is you as the voter. That's the first cut of you. That's a voter. Yeah.
I think that there's a very helpful distinction in between like what is the purpose of ASR and what is the purpose of Jupuary, right? Is if for me at least, when I think about ASR, I think about it much more as like the J for mentality. You're contributing your opinion into governance, which is valuable, and so you get rewarded with more Jup as a result, so that you have an increasing share of voting power over time, an increasing kind of governance say. Jupuary is very much like a grow the pie kind of thing. It really is this kind of gift or this invitation to join the Jupiter community, just because, hey, you have some clear alignment with Jupiter, you have some kind of vague alignment with Jupiter, you use the products, you're on chain, you're not just using centralized exchanges, you believe in the decentralization or the importance of decentralization at some level. And then hopefully some percentage of those people convert into the Jupiter community. So there's a fundamental difference in the purpose. One is about rewarding people who are adding value in already, and the other is about inviting people who are kind of on the periphery and inviting them in closer. And that is why I think you see, at least in this first proposal, one way to think about why the difference is in terms of the vesting.
So there are a couple of things, right? They say that a lot of people are thinking about this bull run because they want maximum performance in Jup. So here's the thing, right? Like first of all, I think the way Jupiter works, right, and you have to really understand about Jupiter, right? It's like we don't execute according to market cycle, guys. If we execute the market cycle, there will be no Jupiter, all right? Because Jupiter really got started when SOL was $8, okay, when the crypto market was dead, okay? That was when, because like the very, very reason why Jupiter even started, right, was because we were a counter cycle, right? Well, okay, done. We're gonna do whatever we think is correct, regardless of the market cycle, and that gives us resilience, right? That doesn't make us the most exciting project, that probably means that we won't pump like 3x in a day or something, right? But here's the thing, right? I think we really want to build like the most resilient community. And that means that, for example, right, over here, guys, put it straight. Now, when you do things in public, you get flooded. Okay? Like there's like 20 protocols out there that has far bigger emissions, right, to insiders. Okay, cool, right? And saying like over the next few months, right? But they don't talk about it at all, right? They don't. They really talk about it. They don't mention it at all. Okay, the biggest they don't mention it at all. So I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying that like that is not how to go, right? We do the opposite, by the way, right? We do the opposite, right? We make a big deal.
We draw attention to the emissions rather than trying to hide it behind the skirting.
I'll tell you right now. One massive reason, right, guys? I'll tell you right now, okay? One big reason, right? One big reason and stuff. One big reason is simple, right? Like one big reason is simple, right? Like the reason I want to attribute is simple, right? I think the team is going to get a cliff soon. We're locking out a cliff, right? We're gonna get vesting, okay? And what I really want to do is that I want the team to remain a minority. You see what I'm saying? I want the team to remain minority of the whole system. You know what I'm saying? Right? That's actually very important for me. Yeah, I really want that. Yeah.
And just to be clear, because I saw this little bit of FUD going around as well, the team outside of Jup that they've bought on the open market has none of their allocation ready for voting right now. So this is definitely not a case where you're going to see like the team is able to swing the vote, which happens on a lot of other governance votes, I will say. That does not happen over here in Jupiter. So you can be sure of the kind of purity of
the cliff even the cliff that the first cliff that Jup team gets, we're locking it for 2 years, right? Done, right? Done. That's it. Yeah. Nothing. And by the way, I tell you, hey Kash, we are going to make Jup we're going to make Jup the most iconic token. Okay, it's going to be the best governance. It's going to be the best governance token, right? It's going to be the best governance token. It's going to be the most transparent token, right? And by 2027, I need 2 years, guys. I need 2 years, okay? We really want Jup token, right, to be one of the most used tokens, right, in the world, right? So that's a goal. Okay, cool. All right, but so like we really want to get there, okay? And as of now, we are the most best governance token regime. Okay, by Castambo, I want to be the most transparent one, right? You know, right? And in 2 years' time, I want to be one of the most used ones, right? That's the goal. Yep, that's it. You know, we'll get there. Okay, you know.
That's right.
Well, and another comment that someone wrote, right, is that they think we're devaluing Jupe. No, guys, I'm so all in on Jupe, guys. Guys, I'm so fucking all in on Jupe. That why would I devalue Jupe? My entire fucking nerve is on Jupe. Guys, you guys are no fucking clue, man. Like, why would I devalue Jupe? My whole fucking nerve is on Jupe. Okay, my guys, I'm telling you, my net worth outside of Jupe is like a couple of mil, right? And that's from way back. Okay, I spent the last 5 years and stuff really just all in on Jupe. Okay, cool. I'm not fucking serious, man. Then I didn't.
I've seen Meow's apartment. I can agree. I can tell you it is true. He does not live in a 9-bedroom villa overlooking the ocean or anything like that.
I'm telling you, like, why would I develop Jupe? What the fuck? Seriously, man, come on, bro. Seriously, it's so stupid. Like, dude, seriously, if I think what I'm doing on develop Jupe and stuff, what the fuck am I doing? I'm fucking crazy. Think about it, man. What the fuck? I'm not stupid, man. I like money, bro. Dude, it's crazy. I like money, guys.
I think what's cool though is that the game here is to get rich slow. It's to get really fucking rich slow, not get a little bit rich fast.
I'm not waiting.
Yeah,
that's it. Right, that's it. Yeah, I'm serious, man. You know, like, no, it's so funny. Whenever I read comments about how I'm devaluing Jupe, I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Do you know how much Jupe I have? Bro, and I saw zero, man. What the fuck? I just think it's hilarious. I've never said this publicly before, but I think just say because it's really funny. I just reading about a bunch of comments about a bunch of comments about like about me. I'm like, bro, why would I devalue you, bro? Doesn't make sense. It's like, bro, you think I like getting a bunch of money and setting on fire? No, bro, what the fuck? Like, seriously. I don't do that shit, okay? I do a lot of stupid shit, but I do not take money and set on fire. I don't do that shit, okay? Done. I wouldn't do that fucking at all, okay? Done. That's it. You know?
There's no there's no nobility in poverty. I think that, you know, it's nice. We all wanna get rich. We just want to get really fucking rich slow.
No, I'm never trying to get rich quick. You know? I've never hated before. I want to be very clear about something, okay, Ken? Now, I wonder the team. I had a very long chat with the team, okay, to do it such that the team emissions will not affect, right, buyers that much. Make sense, right? So they lock at the first cliff, right, and they promise to keep most of it, right? And me and the founders are locking for way longer. Make sense? Which I'm saying right now, right? Does make sense? That's one thing, right? Cool, right? And secondly is that, I think so obviously we think that like but I want the team to be financially secure. Okay, the team work for very little pay, right, and very little thing and stuff, right? You know, for a long time. Okay, and they need certain level of financial security. Make sense, right? So I definitely want the team, some of my team members, especially the ones with smaller cushions and capital, to be able to exit some. Done. Okay, that's it, done. All right, I'm very clear on that, right? The second thing I'm very clear on is that, look, I want a yacht. Done. Okay, we're all my homies, okay? Done. And you're invited. All stickers are invited, whether yes or no. Okay, cool, all right. Later, right? Now, but later, done. That's it. So why would I develop Jupe? I want my yacht. Done.
The Meow yacht is coming, but it's not coming right now. It's coming in the future. That's the
I'm just saying. It's like I want my yacht, but I want my yacht, okay? But I just do my waiting, right? So why would I burn my yacht? It's crazy. Fucking crazy, right?
Jupe yacht 2030, not Jupe yacht 2024. That's the thing to appreciate here. All right, let's see. I voted
over here, people are saying that if there's I feel that if there's a vote yes and stuff, like if you vote yes, the Jupe will still dump the coin. Look, now I don't know. By the way, I got no idea. All right, it's up to them. All right, it's a free market. It's a free system, up to them. Okay, Ken. But we actually have to do what we think, right? You know, is the right thing to do. You know, and we think that okay, over here, I'm not. Okay, wait, Kash, here's the thing. Like, people ask me what's my opinion, right? I'm actually, for this first vote, I'm staying neutral.
You're not voting at all?
No, I really want people to say yes or no, right? But the second one, I might. For a second one, I might push hard. That makes sense. For a second, I might push hard, right? You know, for this one, I want to actually see the thing. You know. Hey, by the way, guys, I'm a sticker and I'm a sticker and so a lot of people are saying I'm a sticker and worried that, so big no, right? Now, guys, remember this, okay? Now, if we don't, there is tokens that, okay, I'm not burning any more team tokens. Done. Okay, I asked the team to burn 30% of team tokens. I'm not burning any more team tokens. Okay, so the road then the thing is that I think the thing is that like the thing is this, right? I feel like we really have to figure out again, I think if we actually don't figure a way, right, I feel like these 2 years are formative years, right? These 2 years are really, really formative years, okay, for Jupiter, right? Whereby we have the opportunity to build a really great base, okay, you know, of users and supporters, okay, you know, and to really invite a lot more people in, okay. That's what I really, really feel, you know. That's what I really, really feel, you know. No, it's not unknown criteria, guys. I'm telling you, there will be criteria, okay, right? But here's the thing: I'm not Robin Hood, by the way. You know that is not the point, okay. The point is that I'm trying to maximize the long-term value of Jupiter, okay, and that means, guys, think about it, right? The first Jupuary created this, you know.
I remember we asked people last time on the call, like the last Jupuary, how many of you came in because of Jupuary? It was astonishing. It was a flood of people that said, yeah, I'm only here because of Jupuary. I used it a little bit here and there, got this gift, and was so curious as to what these people are all about, jumped into the community, met the other cadets, saw a lot of value. It works. I know you're going neutral on this first one, buddy. I will say I'm less than neutral. I voted firm yes. I think that this is actually the right thing to do for the long-term health. I think that's the critical two-word phrase, right? If you think about it on like, okay, what is going to happen the day those tokens get airdropped? Maybe it goes up, maybe it goes down. I don't know. There are bullish unlocks. Sometimes unlocks are bearish. I don't know. But I think about the long-term future. And I think if we are trying to impact 1 billion people with Jupiter, it is not going to happen when we just have the existing kind of community. If we just keep rewarding ourselves, keeping the circle small, we're not going to have the impact that we want to have in the long run. So that's why I think about it from a long-term perspective. I know Meow doesn't want to get too animated about it.
I feel like a lot of people are talking about price action and stuff. Like, if the price appreciate, then you get users. I don't disagree there. Obviously, if the price appreciates stuff, you do get people buying it, right? However, it's different, right? We're going for both, right, guys? We're going for both here, okay? We're going for both here. We're going for both. We want to both expand the. We're going to both. Our goal is simple, right? Our goal for Jupuary, right, is to expand the community dramatically, right? I'm saying, you know, right? Horizontally, right? You know, but because of that, I actually think, right, you know, that the price will and the value will increase as well, right? That's actually the main thing. Yeah. Hey Kash, can you stream? Can you scroll down stuff?
Scroll down on the live feedback.
No, we are very fortunate. We are fortunate to have a chance.
We should have the opportunity to cast our votes for or against this proposal.
Like, honestly, guys, I'm telling you, okay, I really think that we have the best governance token in crypto. Okay, you scroll up, you go to CMC, you scroll up, you see many tokens, right? I'm telling you, we are the best governance token, right?
There's actually governance. Yeah,
there's actually governance. Like that's crazy. I mean, I mean, we actually work enormously hard, right, on making actually, you know, something, you know, right? Yeah.
Having voting power over, you know, an uninhabited island in the middle of the Pacific is not very useful. Even if it's called a vote, you know, for it to actually be useful, it's got to impact the future of the product and of the protocol. That's what we're seeing here. For long-term, Jupe spread the word. At the end, people believe in Jupe stay, but but many other believe gatekeeping is the way. The real Jupe behavior becomes after a 10 billion release. This is
Justin, we are not doing that. Justin, someone's saying that I just don't believe that. We are not devaluing you. We are not. You get to vote. Okay, you get to vote. Okay, and you'll be included. Okay, that is not the point at all. Okay, like stickers you'll be inclusive. Okay,
there was this piece of FUD going around. So let's just put this to bed once and for all. In the early thoughts video that Meow and I did, there was some conversation like, okay, stakers are not going to be explicitly rewarded in that early thoughts video.
Explicitly, I said explicitly.
Correct. But the way people interpreted it, and this might be you, I don't know, I'm not saying this is you, Justin, but it might be somebody out there who said, oh, that means if I staked, I'm ineligible for Jupuary at all. That is absolutely not true. There's a conversation to be had of like, okay, do I get extra bonus rewards for staking? That I think is a separate thing. But stakers, if you stake and you use the protocol, you will also be eligible for Jupuary. So it's not that stakers are, taken out of Jupuary concerns, as I saw some people getting confused about.
Okay, so here's
Let's be honest though, this whole thing should not have been voted on, says Anot. What do you say about that?
I actually think that voting on this and the process to get to a conclusion is probably the most impactful long-term thing we can do for Jupiter, right? The fact that the fact that we did 50-50, right? And we meant the 50-50. That makes sense, right? Make sense? I say again, we proposed 50-50. We meant 50-50, right? I take full responsibility in making. Me and the team take full responsibility and stuff. Me and the team take full responsibility, right? In executing, right, the best way possible. Okay. Now, and the community and I will for every vote and I will structure votes to make sure no disaster, right? You see what I'm saying? Right? It's my job to structure the votes, right? Me and CW's job to structure the vote such that there's no fun. There's no disaster. Sorry, there's no disaster, right? Makes sense? For example, if there's like, oh, let us give like all the tokens to one person.
Burn 10 billion tokens. Yeah.
That'll be a very bad idea, right? So it's our job to kind of like make sure that make sure that there's no disaster, right? Makes sense? But with that framework, right? With that no disaster framework, right? We actually really try fucking hard, right? To actually make the vote meaningful and interesting, right? Right? It's actually really, really important for us. Yeah.
I gotta say, there was a great comment here from Sid Kid. Let me just pull this back up. Unexpectedly gifted 9K Jupe in the first Jupuary, repaid by becoming loyal to Jupe. I now have 50K stake and will continue to add to the pile. Nice.
No, I'm not yes. Okay, answer again. I'm not a yes stance now. Okay, for this vote, I will stay neutral because I think as I said I want ASR. No, put it this way. Now, there's a difference between really wanting ASR, okay, and wanting this vote to pass. Catch that make sense?
There's a difference between wanting ASR and what? And wanting the vote to pass?
Wanting Jupuary and wanting ASR, wanting this vote to pass. Right? Make sense? Right? My point is simple. For this vote, I genuinely just want to hear what the community thinks. Okay, and this is great, by the way. I get a very.
We should do this every time. This is fucking awesome. I love this with the live feedback coming in and the chat. This is shout out to the team that put this together. I think in just the last few hours. But yeah, so if I can understand what you're saying, you're neutral on this specific proposal passing, but you are overall bullish on a Jupuary proposal passing, whether it's this one or the next one or the next one after that. Is that right?
Yes, big time. And then I will take feedback. Right? We will take feedback and make it better. Right?
You got thousands and thousands of feedback pieces to go through, my friend. So whip out the.
I'm a fast reader. I read everything. Guys, I read everything. Okay, I read everything. Okay, yeah. No, this is actually a very important question. I think it's actually an important question. How are you planning to filter out Sybil? I mean, we are probably going to do quite a bit of things there. I mean, the downside is that it's going to be more cumbersome to be part of the thing. It's not going to be last time. Last time, it really went for free for all, right? But this is going to be significantly more.
Is that true? Was there no real Sybil detection mechanisms last time?
Last time, no, there was, but then
it was, right?
I pretty much but we wanted to be as inclusive as possible for the last time. Right? Yeah, that's the main thing. Yeah.
Yeah, this time I think there's a few kind of tricks that you could look at, or that the team could look at. Obviously, we don't have the criteria are not finalized yet, but there are things like looking for consistency rather than just like, did you do one trade on one wallet and you have like 100 different wallets? And there's a few other kind of like tricks up the sleeve potentially.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think here's the thing I want to say. Right? I want to apologize one thing. Okay, I want to apologize one thing. Okay, I did make one or two comments. I did make one or two comments. Right, very early on, right after the first airdrop, to say, okay, like next you'll be eligible for future airdrops. Right, next thing right, if you use if past November 2nd. Okay, I did say that. Okay, and I am still extremely committed to make it happen. Okay, however, I really cannot. Right, I really cannot do this without the community buy-in. I cannot. I really cannot. I really can't. Right? I'm saying, right? I really can't. So first of all, I would say that it's allocated, and we never ever sold it explicitly. Never. Okay. But I did mention a couple of Discord messages. Okay. Cool. Right? That we're going to call it eligibility after this airdrop. Right? So I did actually say that. I apologize for that. Okay. But I cannot do this without the community buy-in. I can't. I just can't.
I gotta say, there's a few comments of people saying like, "Hey, this should not have been a vote. The community is an opportunity for error," says Jason. I think that now I speak only for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody else.
We never promised though. We never actually said use the product to get airdrop. That was never our marketing for the product. We are extremely strong believers of like, we build the best products and stuff and use them if we want. Kind of thing.
Where I'm going for is I think that it has to be a vote, folks. For all the people saying like this shouldn't be a vote, opportunity for error, and so on and so forth. Fundamentally, from my perspective, Jupiter was not just built by the team. This is the whole basis of the 50-50 idea, right? It is also, the Jupiverse itself is composed of people from the community and key partners and many others. And so to make decisions unilaterally, just from the team or just from Meow or whatever else, really blocks out all the other people that are adding value. And that is fundamentally unfair. Now, does it lead to the best short-term outcome? I'm not sure, right? Like, we'll see where the vote goes. In this process, I can tell you that what I'm seeing, tons of great feedback, actual, like, real rigorous debate, other alternative solutions being suggested rather than people just saying like, fuck Meow, he should go get a haircut. People are actually being constructive. And that is why the vote is so useful, right? Is that it allows us to actually understand what the community feels, let people get a sense of like what their a preferred, most comfortable outcome is going to be. And then through this process of bouncing back and forth, we will, I think, get the most optimal outcome eventually. And this would not have happened if it wasn't a vote.
To add on to that, right, guys, I'm learning a lot, by the way, right? I'm actually learning a lot. Right, about how I do things. I'm learning a lot. I mean, it's not that I'm just not learning anything. I'm learning a lot, by the way. Yeah.
Somebody said those work groups are just pointless. What's the point of a podcast? You want to take this one or should I?
Anon, I'm sorry. I won't get upset if you scold me. That's fine. He called me a useless cat. But I mean, in this case, you should really back off. Okay. Like this kind of cause won't happen if with upper uplink working group. Not fucking possible. Okay. Juke and Juice is like the best community unifier, right? We know, right? In all crypto. I'm not even joking, right?
Shout out the boys.
Like shout out to Wake. Shout out to Wake.
Wake and Zach, Irish like, as well.
Amazing, yep. Irish, fucking amazing. No, don't be sad, Juice. I love you. You're to hell. All right. I'll defend you fuckers to hell. You guys are fucking assholes. All right. Yeah, no. I think CWG is amazing. They do so much work. Working group is amazing and stuff. They really are.
Jupiter and WTP. We forgot WTP as well. Shout out WTP.
I mean, everyone's amazing. Yeah, George is amazing. Kidding me? Will is amazing too. Will Fracture, fucking asshole, but I love him. Hello, Will. I love you.
Fucking Will asshole. Is the fucking best. Shout out to Will. All right, step number 1 is going on Coinbase.
I promise. I read everything. Yeah. Let's go.
If you walk by Jupuary as intended,
yes. Everyone's saying, okay, if you guys want to grow a thing, go to Coinbase. Guys, come on, guys. Come on. Are we really so fucking... Hey, guys, let's hear now. You can hear the Coinbase thing? Guys, are we so fucking uncreative as a fucking community that the only fucking way for us to actually get users to get this on the fucking sacks? Guys, come on, man. Like, seriously, guys, are we really fucking uncreative? Seriously, okay, I'm so tired of this, okay? Like, it seems like our industry, right? The only solution to anything, right, is getting this on the sacks. Seriously.
Contrary to the whole fucking point.
I'm telling you, Kash, every single meme coin community I'm part of, 90% of the conversation, right? It's like, oh, when sex. Get lit, guys. Seriously, man. Come on. Seriously. What the fuck? No, like there's no more fucking creative in our industry. It's all about sexes, right? So, if you get sex in ABC, blah, 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 blah. Come on, guys. What the fuck, guys? Seriously, man. Sorry.
It's all good. All right.
Today, I'm just...
No fucks get fuck it. We do it live. No fucks out here.
I think today is like the most unprepared one. Let's go. Yeah.
I've been in this project since the beginning. I voted yes because I believe in growing the pie. As Sensei is preaching from the beginning. Never missed a vote. Yet I have some concerns. Be glad if you can answer my question live. I'm listening. First question is, why is there so much selling pressure on Jupe? I don't know if there's like an easy answer to the... I don't know if that's like always true. It varies on like the market cycle. Right now, to the degree that there is, I think you could probably chalk some of it up to uncertainty. markets typically prefer certainty, but certainty, as we've learned, comes after community buy-in.
Honestly, this debate is a big deal, right? Like the fact that we literally have thousands of people every day talking about the emission, right?
You know what I'm saying? Versus other projects where they just hide it and no one even knows outside of the team that the emission is coming.
Yeah. So we short it. We short it. No, and furthermore, I think over here there's also uncertainty, right? It's like there's also uncertainty, and markets hate uncertainty, right? So I feel like but I feel like it's not those things that it's difficult, but like I really, really think that this is healthy for the community in the long run, right? Like I really think that if we get through this thing, right, and if we feel like guys, okay, I feel like if we get through this this thing in a really, really significant, a united way, right? It's gonna be great. Yeah, but we're gonna get through this. Yeah. Where's Kash, by the way?
The second part of that comment, there's so much feedback that we've lost now.
Wait. There's one that said that they really want more feedback and stuff. Can you go up?
They want more feedback?
No, he said some questions. He wanted me to address the thing.
That's the one we were looking at, this one right here?
Yeah. Oh.
Therefore comes the second question. Why Jupe doesn't follow other token trends? Like we've seen lately, BETC reaching all-time high, Solana reaching all-time high, other major performance tokens performing well. There's so much money coming from fees on the platform, but the value of the token seems to behave more like a stable coin instead of the growth like I think it should go. I think this is related to the first point, right? Which is in this period of time, we're kind of deciding the future of Jupiter together and the JUP token. It's just uncertainty kind of coming into it, right?
Can you scroll real quick?
Scroll up here. Where?
So yeah, I think I was just saying, Kash, you can't just suddenly leave, man. We were saying leave. I feel very awkward. I can't talk.
Don't. I would never leave you, Habibi. I'm right.
Guys, I understand that all this FUD and concern is causing a lot of pain. Okay, and I get it. Okay, but I really, really feel like after Kastambo, right? After Kastambo, Kash, that's one big reason why I really don't think we should have a lock, right, on this thing. Okay, I mean, don't get me wrong, I will change it up, I will adjust it, but I don't really want to do a lock because I really want to end Kastambo, right, with the cleanest and most transparent, right? I'm saying, right, like tokenomics, right, in crypto, right? I really want that, right? Just saying, I guess I should really make it more clear later on, Yeah.
I think that as it goes to the lock, and indeed this might change if this vote does not pass. If less than 70% of people say that they are comfortable with this, we'll go back. There'll be another proposal that'll come in. I think one thing to consider is if you add a lock and stake, and we've seen this with some other protocols as well, do you just defer the inevitable? Do you want to be acting in a way where there's another shoe to drop, where you know that, hey, in 30 days, let's just say, all the tokens unlock, and then that's when the sell pressure is going to come, if that's what you think is going to happen. So there's no easy answer here. The big difference is that other teams maybe do emissions quietly behind the scenes and avoid any attention. Here, we're trying to put the spotlight in. There was one part of that question that I really liked, is like, why does Jupiter not follow other major token trends? I realized they were talking about price, but I think it is useful to think about why Jupiter does not follow the trends in terms of the playbook of how other people approach their token. Let's do things in secrecy. Let's do OTC deals behind the scenes to fund the team. Let's keep governance really minimized with basically nonsense voters coming in, right?
0 OTC deals, and we've done transparency audits, right? Done. That's it. These are things that the market do not value, right? They do not value the transparency audit, right? They do not value the team burning tokens, right? In order to cut emissions, right? They don't burn it. But I feel like the core people who see it, they value it, right? I really do. I really think so. Yeah.
And it's all the question of like, what time scale are you optimizing for? Are you optimizing for tomorrow and for the chart this week? Or are you optimizing for building a protocol that is going to stand the test of time for years and years and years to come?
Community.
And a community that stands the test of time as well. And I think that it's easy in crypto in particular, because things just go up and down and it's so volatile and people have very short memories, to kind of focus on the short term rather than the long term.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky for me because honestly I see a lot of shady stuff happening, and then people just don't care, right? People just like, oh, price pump, who cares? you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know,
bad actor. I shouldn't say bad actors, but the traditional ways of doing things, which can be shady at times, like charitably can be shady and can be much worse. Don't get
two things I want to say, right? DMX, unfortunately, that is the way we do things. Unfortunately, because public processes takes way more than private processes. Okay, the reason why other protocols don't have this thing is because they keep it quite quiet, they spring it and then over, right? We do things in public, so we necessarily have more uncertainty, right? If you know what I mean, right? You know, that's one thing. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So the things are burning. Okay. Now,
wait, sorry. Can I say one thing on that real quick? Yeah, I think it's important to recognize that there is a trade-off that's happening here. No one is saying, right? The trade-off that we're making, that Jupiter is making very explicitly, is yes, there's some uncertainty, but what do we get? We get a more highly engaged, a highly aware, and a more kind of just intelligent community that feels like they're controlling the future. And in a long-term time horizon, the trade-off that you're trying to make, the bet is, okay, the more actively engaged the community is, the longer this protocol, the longer the community itself is going to thrive. So that's the trade-off, short-term versus long-term. Sorry, go ahead. I just thought wanted to make the point.
Yeah, that's important. Hey guys, by the way, again, right now, the emissions were cut. The tokens are burning, right? It cuts emissions insanely. Okay, it cuts emissions insanely. Okay, number one, it's a real testament, right, that the team cares for the community. Not me, by the way, the team, right, cares for you guys, right? I'm saying, no, right?
And you also
care for emissions insanely, right? I'm saying, so it's actually very, very, very far, right, for nothing. Okay, that's actually one thing that's really important, you know, right? You know, and I think there are three things, right? I think I do actually have a lot of plans for token, right? But right now there are three things, right? Number one, we make it the best. It already is the best governance token. Look at this. Look what's happening here.
It's crazy.
Right now, and secondly, it's going to be the most transparent token, right? Now, thirdly, we really want to actually make it one of the most used tokens, right? Done. But I need 2 years for that. I really need 2 years for that, right? It happen. Yeah, that's what I need. Yep.
So who asked? Mark asked, I'm eating ravioli. I didn't eat breakfast and I have meetings all day after this. And so this is my only chance to eat. This is supposed to be my lunch hour. And then Meow was like, yo, let's do a little live stream. And I said, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it live.
Come on, lunch is boring. Come on, lunch is boring.
That's why I'm just eating lunch off camera. So if you see me chewing, I'm trying to stay alive. That's what's going on right now. All right. Let's see. What else do we have here on the feedback?
No, we're definitely working on onboarding processes for new users, definitely. Yeah, it's just like just I think we have to keep working. We have to keep
specifically on mobile, if I'm not mistaken. It's going to have a really cool onboarding and invite flow potentially. That's true. Jupuary could be an example of force. Solji asked an interesting question here. Let's bring this up. Solji says, let's be fair. The plan was to have another Jupe drop from the beginning. Now everyone is scared of being dumped on. Did you know this would happen from the start? Did you foresee the situation we're in right now, Meow?
I feel yes and no. I think that after I did the first Jupuary, before that, because the plan was set earlier, right? Way earlier, right? But after I did the first Jupuary, I'm like, oh shit, this thing is wow, holy fuck. Then I realized, holy shit, yes. Then I realized, holy shit. Then I realized that there's actually a lot of fear, right? One of the reasons why the circulating supply is lower than wanted it to be is because everyone's really terrified having more circulating, right? I'm saying in the market, right? I mean, ironically, if we just dump OTC, it will actually be better, right? The more right? You know, right? It's funny because honestly, there was a point where Jupe was 180, right? Then we could just dumped a lot, right? Well, we didn't do that because we don't do that. We want to do everything like the ultimate, like transparent way possible. You see what I'm saying, you know, right? Yeah. So we didn't do that. So yeah. But anyway, but no. So I think how do I put it? I think after the first Jupuary, I realized how intense it was. Yes, that was the point I realized that people will actually be fearful get them. Yes, that's actually the point. Yes. Yeah, but but it's because of that fear, right? That I think it's actually really important to put it to vote. You know? Yeah, I cannot just do it unilaterally, if that makes sense. You know? Yeah.
Somebody asked when Android, Umair, Jupiter Mobile live on Android today. Go search for that in the Play Store right now.
It's amazing. It's great.
DeFi Jupe Jam by Wham. What a name. Says, why do you guys work so much? What's the goal? What's the goal, Meow? Why are you awake right now at 3 a.m. in Singapore or whatever time it is? Handling thousands of questions online.
I want to build the best platform, the best community, the best team, the best business, and the best ethos and best ideas. To I feel like the world is so fucked up now. Crypto is so fucked up now, man. It's like I feel like just doing our part to install the best tech, the best users, the best community, the best ethos is such a big deal for me. Yeah. It's like it's a really big deal for me. Right? I mean, I wrote an entire essay about that, right? About why I work so hard. Right? Kash, how about you? Why do you work so hard? You work like motherfucker too, man. What's going on?
I think that there's some inherent part of me that feels like if you want to see a better world, you should contribute towards making that happen rather than just having some indefinite optimism that things will get better. It is incumbent upon me and everybody else to make that world happen. I think I work hard because I work with people that I really like and care about, and you and you fight not just you fight the war not for the ideology, not for the country, but for your brothers in the trenches, your brothers and sisters in the trenches. And then honestly, there's a part of it that I'm just fucking addicted to the game at this point. I've been working like this for many years, and me and most people I know are just like work addicts, and it's as good as any drug when things go well. So that's me.
Honestly, Kash, it's funny. I'm really good at the bull market. I'm really good at bear markets.
Yeah. At bear markets?
I'm really bad markets, yeah. I'm really good at bear markets, yeah. Yeah, I'm really good at markets. I feel like I feel I'm so I'm able to survive anywhere, Yeah, and then I could just die. So Well, I just go. So I think I think that the 1 second. I just comment and show you 1 second.
Which one?
Yeah, love you too.
Thanks for coming out, Simon.
Okay, one thing real quick is that sorry. Yes, coffee, man. I just got a.
It's 3 a.m. in Singapore, possibly later.
No, I'm not Singapore now. I'm not Singapore. Yeah, but it's there. Guys, the Jupiter strategy is important. It's easy, man. Best platform, best ideas, best team. Best product, best everything. Yeah, best community, best everything. Yeah.
So much burning won't help that much. Burning 3 billion tokens won't help that much. Interesting. Jupe is the best coin, holding and staking, so on. Let's just say anything else. Could I buy the team? Get the community voice. Keep building. Nice. All right. So how are we doing on time here? When is my next call? We can keep going.
I think we covered mostly everything and stuff.
Yeah, let's see. Any last questions that people have? You can pop them into the chat in here, or if we see any kind of unique feedback coming through, we can answer those there.
I also feel like what is happening is that every token have its cycles. I think every token has cycles. Right? Yeah. And
shout out, Joe.
It's impossible for me to kind of I don't know. It's I feel like I do a lot of things with a lot of empathy, right? But I do. Okay, I actually it's a good point for me to summarize something. I think the way I think about strategy, right, is I think we do things with a lot of empathy, right? Empathy, right? AKA we really put ourselves in the shoes of everybody and think of how it affects them, right? At the same time, we really have to execute according to strategy, right? Right? That is actually very, very important. We have to have a good sense of what we think is going to be good for the for Jupiters, right? Yeah, Tony, that's how I think about it. Yeah.
Tony asks, overall sentiment. I just joined. The overall sentiment is people give a fuck, which is the single most bullish sign of all. If people don't give a fuck, nothing else matters. And that is the main way I would describe it.
Kasambu, man. We're gonna get through this. It's give it 2 months.
Too much fun, dude.
2 months. 2 months. Kasambu, 2 months.
2 months to get it. Somebody asked, when is the burn happening? The burn of the 30% of supply, 3 billion Jupe tokens will be destroyed, will be burned at Istanbul. January 26th.
But it's not about the burn. It really is about the fact that it increases certainty by so much, right?
Correct.
Like the burn is not from thin air. Okay, the burn is literally the users, the team itself, right? Literally, right? I say again, guys, the team voluntarily gave up a lot their first key for 2 years, right? Agreed on the majority of vesting, and gave a 30%, 600 tokens, right? Voluntarily, no problems, right? Saying? I can't emphasize how big of a deal that is. Yeah. And if you don't think it's a big deal, ask your favorite protocol to get 30%. Try
Very
it.
cool. All right.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I think we
we covered most of it.
Very good.
I said I think we covered most of it. Do you want to kind of summarize your thoughts and feelings on where we stand right now?
No, I think it's good. I think it's really good. I think whatever I stand by my point, I want the first vote to be neutral, right? If the vote doesn't pass. Oh, okay. We should just most crypto casuals. Okay, cool. All right. So Muhammad Azim, thanks for the question. Right. First of all, I think please know one thing. Okay, your opinion is as valuable as our opinion. Okay, right? It's actually very important. That is actually the reason why we do this vote. Right? Yeah, like seriously, okay. I feel like regardless of this vote, what happens? I feel like the community would have been given a way to discuss, right? Like discuss, discuss and around and I think that in itself is incredibly valuable, right? Kash, what do you think?
Yeah, I think so as well. I think just so like on a more tactical level, what will happen here is that the vote is going to be on for the next, I think, 3 days, if I'm not mistaken. This vote specifically needs 70% of voters, or 70% of the total vote stake weight, actually, to be comfortable with the proposal in order to pass. If it does not, then the feedback will be taken in from this live feedback page, from all the comments on these calls, from Twitter, Discord, Jupuary research forums, and everywhere, to kind of take another pass at it and see, like, okay, is there another thing that the community would be comfortable with? And then there'll likely be another proposal to that effect. So that's kind of what happens here. In terms of short, long-term implications, listen, I think from my perspective, the best case scenario is that this is kind of sorted one way or another before Cat Stand Bull, so that on January 27th, we wake up in the morning, tokens have been burned, clear plan of the emissions, we know exactly what's going to happen, and certainty is in the market. Certainty is there for both the market and for the community.
I feel like it's not the burning. I feel like it's not about the burning. It's more like it's about the clarity, right? I mean, it's about the clarity. I think like we're going to do a live token. We're going. I think by Istanbul, I think a lot of our longer term plans will have been clearer, right? We'll share. We'll unveil a lot of our teammates, right? You know what I'm saying? And then there'll be and the community know each other. We'll have our distribution strategy laid out for the whole world to see, right? So I feel like just a lot of things. It's not just. I feel like we shouldn't give too much attention to the burning of tokens. Okay, it really is about clarity. You know what I'm saying? I think the market is going to be clear about what we do. And the emissions the supply is going to be clear, right? And everything is clear, right? That's the main thing. Clarity. Clarity. Yeah, clarity. Yeah.
Vote will end. This initial vote here will end on 29th November 2024. Do you know why that's an important day, Meow?
What's that? Sorry.
Do you know why that's such an important day? The 29th of November.
What's that? Sorry.
Do you know why this day matters so much? November 29th.
This day matters because I think Istanbul is going to be on. Istanbul is going to be on 25th, approximately, right? So it's going to be like two months before.
You're missing the most important thing.
Christmas.
This guy's birthday, November 29th, coming up on Friday. This is the day I
was
born.
No way!
It is, yeah.
Is your birthday November 25th?
November 29th is my birthday, Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, WGB saw that. Saw through that immediately.
Bro, look at my face.
It took a while for you to get that with me.
Bro, I don't care. I don't care. Okay, I don't care. Okay.
Thank you for all the birthday wishes for all the people that do care in the chat. That's what empathy looks like, Meow. Maybe you can learn a little fucking something or two.
Hey, but we have to do it. We have to do a. Hey, tell what? Okay, we do a vote round up 26 and stuff, and we're gonna sing about this song.
Okay, that sounds like fun.
Come on, we're gonna do it with this song. Come on. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. Really fun chat. Thank you so much and stuff. This is so funny. Will is hilarious, by the way. Will is so fucking funny.
Will is too good. People who like Will, you're going to see a lot more of him out of Uplink stuff. The guy's just been crushing it. Very excited to work more with him. And thank you for all the early birthday wishes, folks. I was making a joke, was not trying to ask for that, but I do appreciate that. Anyway,
we have to figure out. I feel like this is a good. But honestly, I think this is gonna be a process to get through.
Yeah.
We'll
see.
Yeah.
This is why it's fun, folks. Fuck it, we do it live. That is inherent to the Jupiter spirit and value system, is this idea of experimentation and not doing the things the way that everybody else does them. So we're betting for the long term. Very excited to see everyone's feedback. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Please do vote.
You're muted. We can hear you. Mute. No, nothing.
Silence me. I don't know who it is, but somebody's trying to. The dog's out there trying to silence your boy. What was I saying? Anyway, I was saying that keep an open mind, see what people are saying on the feedback forums, and we look forward to seeing where this vote goes.
One last thing, guys. Jupiter Mobile update coming very soon. You guys know you guys voted on the mobile background, right? It's fucking awesome. It's amazing. The iOS is gonna see that soon, Android soon as well. Okay, but it's awesome, right? And see, your vote matters even for mobile apps. You know, so good. All right, guys. Thank you so much again. Yeah, I mean, I hope this clears up a lot of things. There's a lot of concern about token price. I really appreciate those concerns. We don't operate according to token price. We operate according to what we believe is the right approach, right? And in this case and stuff, and I personally don't. I understand the things about vesting. I'll figure. If this vote doesn't pass, I'll figure a way to. I think I'll figure a way to kind of like to negate some of those concerns, you know, without actually, you know, having the overhang that we want to avoid, you know. Yeah, so that's how I think about it, you know. Yeah.
All right. Well, with that said, we can end this now. Y'all don't have to go home, but you cannot stay here. Go vote, folks. If you haven't already, go vote. Go learn more.
I feel like one thing to share is that out of many protocols, I find Jupiter the best. I think that's actually a very common sentiment that I find, right? There are a lot of people, they want to support this initiative, but they're also kind of fearful or something, right? You know, and I feel like if this vote doesn't pass, it will be up to us to really assure them, right, of this fear, you know. So I feel like that would be I mean, honestly, even whether whether it passes or didn't pass, right? We will have to actually you know, assure them of this fear anyway, you know. Yeah. So that's actually my overwhelming thing, right? That whether this thing passes or pass, I feel like we have to do a lot of work in reassuring people. Okay. And one last thing, guys. Kash, can I say one last thing?
Please.
There is my entire fucking 99.999% of my net worth is in Jupe. Okay, cool. All right. There's no fucking reason for me to devalue it. None. Zero. Okay. I like money. I don't like burning money. Okay. I like things. Cool. All right. I don't like setting things on fire. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what I'm saying. So there's no fucking reason. All right. I wouldn't be doing any of this shit, okay, if I didn't think my long-term backs. Right. The key event is long-term backs. Okay. I'm in long-term backs. Okay. I gave up a lot of short-term backs. Right. A lot. I gave up investing in so much shit. I gave up a lot of things to focus on this thing. Cool. All right. So that's all. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Good. Thanks, everybody. Bye. We will see